Yeah.
Morning.
No. Huh? Rana.
Okay. What the fuck? Hey, push she back up a little bit, okay? I don't know what's happening.
Did he do
Looks
this before?
I've never seen this before.
That looks like
Go get the
a
rest
magic
of medical.
Okay.
Maybe, just
Misha.
sickness, right? Oh, that is.
Chips is glowing.
What do you mean?
Oh.
And I know I haven't done anything.
He's glowing?
Yes.
I'm trying. I don't know what to do. I've never seen this before.
Well,
neither
he's
have I,
not
so,
making noise, so I don't assume it's bad.
Yeah.
Is it?
Looks
It doesn't look like it's
magic?
hurting him. Is.
That's the good thing, at least, I think.
Wait, is it? How injured was he before coming in? Is it helping?
He had broken legs, bruised.
We healed him up as much as we could.
Bloody, yeah. That's true.
I think it's also hard to tell
Maybe
since
this could be healing? I don't know.
Maybe. Maybe I can check his wounds or something. See if it's working. Hi.
Hello?
You. Did you sleep okay? Maybe. Take it easy if you're gonna set up. Ooh. Okay.
Are you alright?
I'm okay. Am I required for something?
No. Just relax.
Understood.
At least it seems like he's feeling somewhat better.
On
He
a
set up pretty quickly.
physical sense, perhaps.
We can talk about this in the captain's meeting.
Chips.
Do you know what that magic coming off of you was?
I don't understand.
It looked like there was some orange, yellowish light coming off of you.
I don't know. I apologize.
Odd.
I need to go gather the other
it's fine.
leaders. We'll be doing
Okay.
the meeting shortly. Gavin, that includes you.
I'm aware.
Oshi, keep an eye on him, okay? Let us know if anything else happens.
Yeah.
Hey,
Mhm.
come on, Risei. Let's go wait.
Oh, okay.
Is there anything you want to do right now?
Last night,
We'll.
that probably would have been
I'll
informed.
have to. Well, if we can try and gather all the other captains,
That's more
we'll
ugly than
wait
I
upstairs.
Here, downstairs. Yeah, okay.
How are you?
Are we in the thing? Okay. Yes.
Is there something I can do for you too?
Yes, we're about to have a
Waiting
meeting.
for the.
Like we usually do.
Huh?
Ah, well.
Morning, cadets.
Oh,
We were looking for Nisha.
oh, they have just
gathering everyone.
gone downstairs.
Ah, I'll go and talk to her.
Unwanted bullshit, I suppose.
Just got back from my thing. We got guests.
None of us need some tech notes restored.
We'll talk. We'll talk in the upstairs.
Okay. Should we go? Oh,
Is that us
uh,
too?
I have no
this
idea.
where the
Awesome.
meeting is.
Yeah, I figured I just.
Mm,
I'm gonna give it a few seconds. Okay.
Yeah, we haven't been told to go.
Come on in.
mm,
Is that a wait?
Yeah.
Oh,
You
okay.
good? You good? You good? Stay here. Stay here.
Oh.
Okay. Does anyone know where the rest of the other teams are?
I let Gallant know.
no.
I don't know what the fuck is Vanguard or Ardent are up to.
We have all been in our room.
I know you two are excused. That's fine. I don't.
Mm.
That,
Y'all hear from Ardent or Vanguard at all?
Not that I've seen. Give them.
Awesome. Oh!
Oh, there we go.
there's Vanguard. Anyone heard from General? Or is Gavin staying in the?
I thought Gavin was coming. Oh.
He knows he is wanted here. There is at
Ship's joining us?
least.
No.
No.
They are not in
Why
a
not?
Big dog, he is
position
in no
to
fit.
I'll.
do so.
We'll explain the situation when everybody's here, just so you know we're not saying the same thing over and over.
Had dinner.
Yeah, answers would be good. Are any of you medical?
Apologies.
Yes.
Both of us are.
Medical professor right there as well.
I was just wondering if you remember if I got hit in the side at any point, besides the arm, by like a spear. My mind's running a blank because I'm just wondering if that happened.
Not
Not that I can remember.
remember treating, no.
I woke up with a weird circular marking on the left side of my body, the size of a spear marking. It was searing in pain. I had a weird
Check downstairs.
dream.
On the outside?
Yeah. Across here. Under the clothes.
Unless it happened while you were all in the keep of Livermore. But there was nothing treated like that back at camp.
Okay.
Ain't no way we should just left to go find Gavin.
No,
just
also Ardent
Okay.
Veil.
I was gonna say that's hilarious.
We're not gonna. Might as well just start without them. Inform your colleagues when they get here. Okay. So, first things first. We managed to get chips back yesterday. For those that are unaware, a group of us went to go collect chips from the vampire district. How do I want it? In the condition he's in right now, I'm genuinely unsure if it's wise to have visitors go and see him and such.
Their
there you are.
condition reminds me of this one.
Ignis, as of current, are the people who've stayed with him the most, so they probably have a better idea on his condition and if you believe he is ready to have visitors. Okay,
No.
good. So, please don't crowd that door. Respectfully. Now, on to the next thing. I'm just going to be very quick about it. I don't really do these meetings as, like Blazeheart does. What happened with the siphoners? Because I got a report about you, specifically, talking about it in the public.
After it was already spoken about of people yelling it in the tavern that it was done.
Okay.
One of the lords asked me what a bunch of cadets were doing in the red light district, and I said that they are helping with the siphoner problem. After he's like, right now, and then they came in and said, we're done with the siphoner problem. I was like, yes.
Okay.
That's it.
Was anyone here for it?
Here for that interaction or the actual thing?
I'll deal with that interaction after the meeting. I'm talking about the actual mission, the Cypher's mission.
I was there when it happened.
Come forward then, you two. And if you can, inform everybody what happened.
We went in with the plan to have Morgan be the target and the rest of the team who was following her would take down the siphoners. Unfortunately, instead, the Siphoners seem to target Liang for whatever reason, attacking him. All of us joined in to apprehend them. None of them were killed. They were all apprehended and given over to the guards. One point of note, however, throughout this interaction is that we saw a crow flying around, likely an informant of our masked friend, which means the vampires are probably aware that we apprehend the Siphoners, which is not an issue since technically we want them to believe that all we're doing is apprehending the Siphoners at this moment. They are not aware, as far as we can tell, of the secondary plan, which is to mark them to indicate whether they are being released back into the public without being properly punished or imprisoned. Vina got their pheromones on them, so now we can tell if they are being released back into the public without any due process. That about sum it up?
As for how it went down, yes. The unfortunate part is that in the midst of this, there was a failure to inform the madame of the brothel, who is considered one of the leadership of the district and the one of whom we wanted to get on their good side with as part of this deed. They were not informed before or during that this, and only were informed afterwards in a less than ideal manner, making it come across as if we were doing this for our own gain rather than to assist their district. And as a result, they are presently displeased with what happened, as they were very clear to this one that they wanted to be involved from the start, which was conveyed during the meeting that discussed this prior to engaging. There may still be a chance to salvage it, but it heavily depends on how the intent is conveyed and whether or not what they hoped to get out of the request can still be obtained with the way that it was done. Which means people that can speak about it without making it come across as if it was for our own benefit rather than the aid of the city. Yes, we do gain from doing this, but it was not meant to be the primary goal of the operation. That is presently where it stands. That due to poor communication of our intents, there is now a misunderstanding and a risk of having lost an ally in the process. As if it is not resolved, there may be a chance some people will be banned from the district indefinitely.
Okay. Get back. Okay. From Blazeheart's request and on his notes, he did speak about having a liaison to talk to the Madame, essentially. And the note did state that Risei should be the liaison for it, since she is the closest to the Madame. Is that okay with everybody?
Ideally, this one would have liked Stark to be present as well, but if they are unable to do so, it will have to be made do.
As of current, Stark is not.
Sorry, you only got me.
If you don't feel comfortable going by yourself, please take somebody else with you.
I can go. It might help that a professor actually shows up for it.
Okay.
To be fair, she's been coming to me for talk, so I can help.
Okay, then 3 of you go then. Is that okay?
As long as it is careful how things are presented, there is no objection.
To be honest, she prefers people being blunt and straight to her face. She absolutely hates deception and people trying to twist things around or trying to make something look like one thing to get another.
Well,
If you're straight honest with
unfortunately,
her, she'll be.
the impression given was not from what our actual intent was, but one's perception of it. If even that. To be blunt, Cortez does not have the best tact when it comes to reading the room. And is the reason why it is problematic right now. Not right now, she does not. That is all.
Okay. So with that settled, you 3 will go and talk to the Madame. Try and come to an understanding, but please do understand that she is also, this is for everybody more so, that her district will be treated just like any other district and all that. Show respect. That's all. Okay, the next thing. This is in regards to the cure. I need a couple of people to do a favour for me, and I need you to go to the witch's shop. And I need you to look into some alchemic equipment that was sold there. From what Blazeheart had stated, they had a shipment already sent in, somebody bought it. We're checking to see if they got another shipment, and preferably we want to try and find out who bought that shipment in the first place. Is anyone willing to do that today? Okay. So, Vanguard, if you want to take that up for me, I would appreciate it.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Another thing, actually, if you can, before you go to the shop, I need to gather all the alchemical, the people who are interested in the alchemy stuff, if that's possible. Any team. Because right now we need kind of all hands on deck on this. That's okay? Once we finish
I would
this,
help, but I'm
go
gonna
grab
be
your-
keeping an eye on Chips.
That's fine. Keep an eye on Chips then. anyone else, if you know that they're good with alchemy, please get them to come here and we can talk more. Alright? Good. Okay. And the last thing, at least from main things, is has anyone had any talks with Talia recently?
Why?
No? Just asking because of we want to try and maintain the relationship between the werewolves and all that outside. So it might be a good idea to have some students gather some easy animals, herd them over towards
Hey, Bubs.
an area for the blight.
No, you're fine. You have time. But yes, we will be looking for her later. TM.
Yeah, I think I want to go.
Probably relatively soonish, but don't worry.
Is anyone else going to help him? Any other teams?
If it's after the alchemy stuff, I'll be there.
Okay. I'm trying to think if there's anything like else major I need to mention. As of update on Barian, for those who weren't here for the meeting yesterday, Barian is still being held under arrest. However, with the letter that we got from the headmistress, we're getting the paperwork to essentially have him put underneath the custody of the CAF. So once that goes through, hopefully we should get him back. Okay. I'm just going to go via Teams because I don't know, I just need updates and all that, and then we can end the meeting. So, Annabelle, anything to report?
On the current updates is that we have been trying to figure out who it is that's still writing the newspaper. We've not made any headway in regards to who that is. We have been able to assess that the paper boy
Should we
does
inform
deliver around
about
has been
the
staying at the hotel
glowing?
in town. So over the course of the next week, I'll be tracking movements along with my
She's
squad
solid.
to see if we can't
We'll
figure
keep
out
it
the
quiet.
origin point of where the papers come
I
from.
don't want to give away stuff just yet.
Okay, would you be willing to
To figure
carry
out what
on Risei?
happened before we just tell
Yes.
everybody.
Okay.
Okay, Gallant?
Nothing to report so far. My report was basically what we did yesterday with the siphoners.
Okay, good. Vanguard?
Iris and Zachary could probably say something. Okay.
There was someone knocking.
Someone was at the door.
Not that I know of. You guys would know more than I.
Iris would know more.
I'll
We'll let her speak.
I'll inform when she comes back.
There was knocking, so.
Riveting silence.
Not much to really talk about right now.
I'm not exactly in the chatty mood.
Rana, can I speak to you afterwards? In just Vanguard's
Sure.
form? Thanks.
So way to understand that Chips is back.
Right.
In a
Somewhat.
sense, he is physically back.
The brothers just informed me that Chips is walking around asking for missions and
Oh.
Where did Hoshi
asking
go?
for commands, essentially.
What? What?
Yes.
What?
Risei,
Probably.
please go check on that.
Just to be quick about it, he effectively is taking everything as if it is an order. So if you give him a request, he will probably take it. Do not let people take advantage of that.
Risei. Risei. He is currently back in Ignis, in the Ignis room. The brothers only asked him to walk around the city and then he returned, so that's the last time I saw him. Please make sure he doesn't do anything silly.
Understood.
He came out asking for someone to give him orders. So.
Chips.
Hey, can I come in? I wanted to check on. Oh.
If you
Can I
are
check on
doing
him?
a
Is
check.
Rana?
Rana is still in the meeting. Since you are medical, yes.
Patrol around the city and report back. Simple job.
Hi.
Be too much trouble.
As a quick note, Hannah, something you, since you may want to be aware. Prior to him waking up, he was glowing with a golden light. We don't know what that was doing or what it was. So if you see it, please make note of it.
Sure. Morning, Chips. How are you feeling today? How are you feeling today? Okay. Mind to take a look at your wounds? Make sure you're all good? I know you heal pretty quick, but... Okay. Mind if you... Okay. Take a look at your wounds. Are they healing at the normal Chips rate?
The deeper wounds seem to have healed. The outer still seems scarred and red, puffy, residual blood, scarring.
Did Rana redo your bandages this morning? I assume she probably would.
I do not believe we had time to, as we were preoccupied with the sudden glowing. They should still need to be redone.
Have you ever done that before? Like glowed golds? Did you feel any different this morning? Have weird dreams? Chips. Great. Okay, well, there's that. We're gonna need to have Rana redo your bandages. I'm sure she'll want to take a look at you. How are you feeling pain-wise? Are you... Be truthful, don't be stubborn about it. Do you feel in pain? Because that might impact your performance. Right?
I'll be fit to form my function.
Oh god, I hate that. He sounds like you. You sound like Risei. Hi, Rana. He sounds like Risei. Used to.
Okay. What? Would water help?
I mean... This
Uh,
one recognized that, but it hurts hearing it from the outside.
I'm sorry, T3. Sorry.
It's okay.
You
I
might
need
need
to
One
test
is
something.
somewhere.
I will.
Okay.
I need to test something for a moment.
Do you want to
Risei?
leave?
Stand here. No, you stay.
Step
Okay.
back.
Standing.
Hi, Zach. I can talk with you too.
Wow. The fuck did they do to you?
Yeah, let me get that for you.
Stay right there, please. I don't know what he'll do.
You could ask him.
You okay?
What's this?
Do you remember what happened? I'm not here to hurt you or just confused. I don't want to bombard you with questions, because I imagine you've already got a bunch of those already. Just when you feel more okay, I'd like to talk. I just needed to see you, is all.
Do you require admission?
No. No, nothing from you. Rest up, Chips. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We should redo your bandages.
Sit down, Chips, please.
Just
Redo
make
your
sure you're doing
bandages,
all right.
okay?
Oh, right. Are you hungry? Do you want me to get you juice? Chips.
Chips, are you hungry? Would you like something to eat?
You didn't want fruit earlier, it seemed like.
I know.
Is there anybody that is able to detect traces of lingering magic to try to identify what the glowing was earlier?
You can put your arms back down. Just gonna look at the bandages.
Maybe she's a go, but
Well-
she's asleep.
And I don't know.
You were sleeping with them, right? Were you sleeping near them?
Mhm.
Did you feel anything from the glow?
Not really, but the glow looked familiar.
Did something like that happen before?
I just think I've seen that color of light magic before. But a bunch of people
He was
could
a
have
light-
used that, right?
Yeah, he has a light affinity. He might be able to do it himself.
Yeah. I don't think he's used it like that before though.
This one has never really seen what their magic looks like except for the aftermath of one instance.
And like he said, well, I think actually wait. And Chips, you said you've never done anything like that before, right? Or was I making an assumption?
He's still
Have you ever?
looking up, but not too much.
For
Oh, I meant the glowing bed. Has he ever glowed gold?
they were He was.
I'm asking him.
Fully asleep.
Asking him. I'm asking him. Chips, have you ever glowed gold before? I might have just asked you that, but my memory is of goldfish right now.
I do not.
What? Okay. Better not to make an assumption. Okay. Good to know.
In this instance, they were still asleep. The second their eyes opened, it went away.
Maybe it's something that was healing him?
Uncertain.
I mean, if it's... Yeah, I guess
Still
it's
is
all
banged up
kind
a
of...
little bit, but he seems okay. I don't, like, in the sense of bruised and everything.
He was saying he wasn't so much in pain he couldn't do things. Sorry, I know we're talking around to you, Chips. If you have something to say, you're more than welcome to say it, or tell us to stop.
The Vampire Brothers said that he should, patrol around the city a little bit.
He should?
Excuse me?
Or, well, we thought it would be a good idea to walk around a little.
That's... gonna be up to
I didn't
Chips.
know the brothers were in charge of, Ignis Squad.
No, that's...
I think it was more of a recommendation. At least I hope.
He was trying to accommodate in the situation.
Because of the request for missions or instructions. This one is familiar with the mindset.
Sorry about that, Risei.
It's alright. However, there is a memory of the growing, how to say, need to have the validation of doing something that was given as an instruction when in that mindset. It is not something that is easily weaned off from, especially without knowing the full extent of what happened in that time frame.
Chips, do you want to just rest today? Or do you want to do something?
I have a mission.
What is your mission?
To walk around town.
It is less about what he wants and what he thinks people want of him right now. Until they are able to recover some. As difficult as it may be, accommodating may require giving helpful instructions to keep them from aimlessly seeking out validation from whoever will give them a command.
Right now, who's the leader, current acting leader of Ignis?
I am.
Okay. So, this is a suggestion. Maybe, if you're gonna walk around, Chips, maybe Rana, you can suggest he walks around with a partner to keep an eye on him. And his safety.
Company. That was okay.
I'm not trying to run your squad. I just...
I want you to understand something. Now, this could just be my understanding of it all, but this is how things worked where I came from. But the moment he steps outside, he has a target on his back. Do you understand that? Because we did not take him lightly. We had to work for it. Even if it took fucking 5 years. It felt like, at least. If he takes a walk, you must be on your guard the entire time. Okay? Yes.
Of course.
You are not to leave, you're not to linger, you're meant to stay by him the entire time and let him enjoy his walk. Do I make myself clear?
Yes.
And also,
promise
do
you that I will not let
not
anything
let people,
happen to him.
even passing by people, could have the potential for interpreted commands. Please be wary of what people are saying nearby him.
Sorry, Chips. Who do you take orders from? Who do you get your missions from? I'm sorry? It's okay. Take your time. Who do you take orders from?
Do you need something?
May not be an answer
wanted
they
to
can
know.
give.
We could ask him not to take further orders for the time being.
That's what
That's
I'm
not
worried
gonna
about.
be so easy.
I mean, you can ask him. You're his squad leader. Is that alright, Chips? Ron is your squad leader right now?
The only person that you should be taking orders from right now is me. Okay?
Or the professors? Okay.
Simple. Overly
Is that okay?
complicated will get things mixed up. This one.
And right now I don't want you to...
No.
I just want you to take a walk and enjoy your time with Hoshi. Can you do that?
I couldn't find here.
Did anybody else hear what he said? Can you repeat that?
It wasn't quite clear.
I can find here.
He can find his way back, I
No,
guess?
no. He's asking if he is confined here.
You're not confined here, no. I'm just worried about you and your safety. We want to make sure you're okay.
I see.
I don't know if this means anything in the right moment. In this moment. I promise you, Chips, that you're safe. I'll do everything I can to protect you. As squad leader, it is my job.
This brings up so many
I won't let
memories.
anyone hurt you.
I feel
I just want you to feel better.
strange.
And I want them to pay.
It is like looking in a mirror. But
All you need to do
why?
right now is rest. There is no mission. You are back in Ignis Storm, safe. No one's going to hurt you anymore.
You have any
quickly letting you know
Maybe you
that
should ask her.
you, Gavin, and Cassie will be going to the red light district soon. You'll also be taking Iris and I think a small team with you, just so.
Know some things that I know.
Just so.
Understood.
Because you are the liaison, it is wise for you to. They are looking into the alchemy stuff for me.
I don't
know.
I just heard it from it.
Okay.
And looking into an individual.
That's something of.
Is that individual located within said district?
Done that at the academy for our own.
That's something that.
That is, Iris has the information.
Okay.
I am the announcement will go out more efficiently.
I mean, grab me some spicy.
Hi, Professor. Did you need something?
Just a word, just real quick.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry.
I still don't think a walk is a good idea.
I would
Okay,
at least
just a
recommend
sanity.
something rather than having nothing and expecting them to remain idle. It
He
will.
kind of just got up on his own earlier.
Were you in here when he did that? I want to put my foot down, but I don't at the same time. I don't want to make things worse.
Like I said, a condition like this does not disappear overnight. And
Oh yeah.
not
Not like Victor anyway.
acknowledging the present state will make it impossible to help them recover from the treatment that he received. Which means having to be comfortable with positive rehabilitation so they can remember how to live without abuse.
I understand that, but you have to remember where we are. And when he steps outside, they could take advantage of that.
And the longer they stay inside, being told not to do something they presently seem to believe is his sole purpose, will only make the desire to have a mission that they can enact upon that much greater. It will only cause those feelings to get bottled up more and more.
Chips, do you want to go do your mission?
Because there is no worse feeling than feeling useless. This one knows.
Go ahead.
Please make
Let's
sure
go
you
check.
stay with him at all times, please.
Yes.
And if somebody is trying to give instructions, be assertive in ensuring that people are not taking advantage of him in his current state.
Yeah.
This one has to go on their assignment.
The reconstruction, as you know, is done, and well, they're going back to their.
That is.
Okay, what's another team?
Ardent Vale.
You know, I was able to.
Actually, no, I
connect
think
with
Lux
one
was a
of them
yes.
when
Okay,
the
Ardent
first
Vale.
Incident happened. Okay.
But then technically Ryder is too. No, I don't like that idea.
What? What?
Okay, let's do Ardent Vale.
Okay, Mason.
But that is what the reaction
No, no.
It is
Mm,
like a sit-in.
maybe.
Yeah, if they ask me to leave, I will politely leave.
Yeah.
That confuses the hell out of me.
Tried.
Actually, yeah, I might have fucked up on that one. I got
last time
a
I was
Lux.
there and was able to help.
It was good.
We're trying to figure out what his list is. He won't tell us.
We'll go and
Oh, you don't know
Okay,
about
maybe
the
I
list?
should.
What
making
list?
a list.
What is
Don't worry
list?
about
What?
He's got
The
a list.
only other squad that is not
What
our
is
own
list?
is General.
It's a list.
General, alright.
Let's open your
You
eyes.
listen here, Tinky Winky. What is list?
I'm not being ratted. They are open.
It's
just- oh,
Gavin,
I am confused.
Coretta,
Yes, obviously. No. Absolute. Well,
Where did Nisha go after that bit?
Went up there.
Risei, you're coming with us.
probably.
Oh, were we not gonna?
This one has an assignment.
Okay.
Let's tell someone he's dead, he is still alive. He's not dead. He's not here.
Seer, where have you been?
If you don't see the body, it's not.
Where is girl?
What? I watched stage myself. Just when you think he shows up.
I was gonna say something really big. I need to calm
Let's hope he
myself down.
continues to see peace amongst the people.
This shit, I'm
That is my hope. With that, he will find his way back.
He's like looking at a mirror for some reason. It is
like daggers, man.
strange.
Do you not remember how she got yesterday?
Looking at chips.
Yeah, but like, that was more of a reaction to in the moment. I didn't realize. So direct.
Can you tell why it makes you feel like that?
I guess maybe I just hoped it would be better after.
I understand.
I mean, that's
Hard
also
to
the
say.
people that like thrust or would kill. That's the way I see that one. Like, you're the kind of
It's
person
just familiar mentality.
Like something's missing?
Somewhat. This one is ready for taking the groups out there.
I'm ready to go too.
Okay, it's definitely a list of people that you would be able to team up with.
So you figured it out. Absolutely not.
Also,
I mean,
are you in need of any? Are you in need of any mana?
This one always could use mana. This one has not had any today.
Then have your fill.
problem if it was a yes.
Just say when.
Is it a crime if it's a yes?
The number R is not possibly.
That's one of them.
It's hot in here.
Okay,
Yeah.
Ayo chicken?
That's not a number.
That's
a letter.
Sorry.
Don't worry.
I naturally
I mean, I guess we can't really play Ayo chicken. It wouldn't hurt me at all.
And now you're all sparkly.
Not reading. Let's go.
Hello.
I believe so, yes.
He's helping. He's fine.
I mean, it's like it in there. It's like a nice little
It's not how it works. It's not how it works. I can't. No.
The other and that's super hot. Or gets warm.
Go check
Whatever.
upstairs real quick, and if Stunner and I'm going to take
Lore
over.
mind book.
Then we both
Don't
break.
worry about it. Cassidy.
Cassidy,
Whoever takes their
so,
head
yes.
off first
Right.
loses.
No, Cassidy would be no.
Okay, I feel like I lose that.
Waiting for
I'm glad you saw the flaw in that.
Yes.
Let's see if
I think you
Okay.
have no painful thing.
I'm going to step out tavern and walk
I wouldn't
real
cheat
quick
like
and come
that.
back.
Oh.
Should not be long.
Your sparkles burn
If you know what it is, don't say. Don't say. Please don't
is
say.
my thought.
I mean, like,
I do.
I will say.
Ah.
I know. All right.
But like you heal it.
Just to be
I'll be burned.
You're right.
I'll just be burned.
No, no, no.
I don't
No
care
effect
what
is
it's type,
healing
but,
against.
you know. Oh, this has nothing to do with me.
I would have to ask Lucina.
Okay.
If there is a desire for pain, this one can become spicy.
What did they just They just
You
left
can become very spicy.
If a letter can be
I'll take my
You have
recompense
two
as a
kinds of
win.
spices.
That's not what I
Yes.
That's not the C word I heard.
You have double the spice.
reading letters as they are written.
Very spicy.
No, that's being.
That's
Damn it,
That's being illiterate.
that's being
Yeah, you have-
illiterate. Dyscalculia is when
You have all natural green spice, and then you have the other spice.
I
Whoa.
fucking hate numbers. They make me really angry.
Letters are part of numbers. They're part of
Wow.
math equations.
Then spicy number 2.
What is that?
unfortunate.
Although, wait, I have to think back. I might have gotten some. Numbers are numbers. Letters are placeholders.
Necrotic.
Numbers. Actually, yeah, Cassidy's a no.
Oh, that can hit us both.
Okay, Cassidy.
That's very spice. Alright, Ayo chicken?
Yeah, let's go.
Rainer.
And acid.
That would hurt.
I mean, as long as he's got evidence, that's kind of important.
What?
Evidence
Yeah.
is a
Again-
I think Rainer's a yes.
Again, I think I am. I lose on that
Still a
one.
no on vibes.
He's thrown out the facts
Okay.
instead for just the
Yeah,
vibes.
I don't have the facts. It's okay. I got hit with a no, so I just feel like I'm gonna go sit in the corner now.
Yeah, I can do it for a little bit longer.
It's okay. You're just
You
not
know
his
what it
type.
was,
You're still great. Look what you
okay, I got
fucking did.
rejected.
Could be like first
It's
to
okay.
die in
I'll just go
that
cry
role.
about it.
It could be good to be a no. We don't. You don't know.
Not
Mason.
believed. I have to wait in my own inn.
Ah.
Yeah,
Monstrous.
Saying yes for everyone in our squad.
Okay.
I know what it is.
I mean, Lux was a no.
It leaves me with
Oh
an
my
overwhelming.
I'm ready to play my rich kid card.
And red.
Professor Blair.
Open my
You're
own
rich
doors right
kid?
now.
He's making jokes.
Professor V.
Oh my goodness.
He is
God,
committing
Captain, roll out the
door
red
open.
Yeah,
Command spell door open.
I kind of forget as well.
Unfortunately, no.
You go up to it and say, "Oh, open," says me.
And then it asks, who are you?
Yes.
See if that works.
Do you know who me am?
Looking at me.
The headmistress.
Yes. You're Risei, one of my best friends.
Probably.
Manager.
I'll say yes. They
God.
don't strike me as a no.
Alright, Kevin.
Mr. Blazeheart.
Yes.
Ah.
Pretty sure that's a yes.
Professor K.
Someone who I learned things side by side with a specific professor.
I think I know.
Silver Fox.
I think no.
Did you miss them again?
Sorry?
No, they
No,
were
no, they're still
talking
there.
about the guard.
Okay. I thought you just said.
Oh.
Christy, no, we go.
Is he downstairs?
Just
Oh.
downstairs.
This one has been waiting
No.
up here for him.
No.
He did a sneaky
I think
bite.
Alan's the only all yes team.
Wait.
Unfortunately,
Just down here. There is.
Sneaky mode.
I think about it.
So, just to check,
yes
there was something that you and others need to do in the area?
Find a old man who bought something. Ask maybe if we could buy from him.
We'll see who figures
Okay.
See if that's possible.
So, for sake of explain if asked.
See you.
Good
What
idea.
the fuck we're doing.
We should probably have
I
informed.
won't die.
Wait, you said an
Yeah,
old
what we're
old
doing,
man?
But
I'll lend you an open ear.
Yay, hi.
we'll catch him.
Was told was bent over.
Okay,
Rickety.
probably about yay. Yay, rickety.
It's good to prep anyway.
Also
Talks
was
really
labeled
angrily.
as has CD, not have proper place of business.
Waste time before you guys go to your.
Yes. I think I've seen them before.
See when we go in there.
That has
Just
been
talking.
did a miscommunication, apparently. So probably not no good.
Stark bought something.
So you might have more members on your team.
Mm.
So
Well,
good luck
Who,
with that.
who is going with
We just need to chase a
you?
bunch of animals and.
No one has offered to go. Gasta is staying here to be another medical personnel.
It'll be later. It's fine. No, it's fine.
Just me and Flora so far.
These yeses and
Okay.
nos might.
Is not a problem, it's more for
All these yeses and nos. and
making sure
only
people are
This change before the end of the night.
being aware of who's doing what.
Let me ask for just a minute. Do we have any cadets with any lingering light injuries that I can...
All I heard was, do we have any cadets with lingering? That's all I heard.
Lingering
I don't
light
know what to do with that.
injuries.
Oh.
Mm.
Understandable. Thank you.
Let's go find Quantas.
Yeah.
Yep, he's probably at the Hunters Guild.
I don't have any
Haven't been there yet.
injuries.
Well, no, I've been in the.
Mhm.
Apparently there's some.
Emergency.
Huh?
Alright.
What? What? What happened?
This is what they were. Chips did a boo boo.
Okay.
Already?
Clarify?
Up for them to deal with.
There's too many people here now. Too many.
He's fine now.
Ah,
We're
we were not.
going over there.
We were not told there was people here yet.
Healing off of that.
We're just told
Just
as
remember,
many.
according to him, he took
Treating
some type
someone.
of medication.
Oh, no.
and he
Yeah,
doesn't
we were
remember
told.
anything up until now.
Put the scene together.
No, I just was informed.
Let's
He doesn't know
walk
where
away for
he
now.
got it either.
There's already too many
Yep, we're
people.
walking this way.
Do you remember your name, sir?
My name is Jason. That's all I remember.
Can I help you?
Alright, do you remember what district in where you live?
I'm fine. I live in the
Vampire district.
Gave me quite a shock.
Okay,
Interrupted me
you don't
and
have
my
to,
boys
just
on a
little
hunt.
bits at a time. Can you stand?
I think so.
Okay, I got you.
I'll call from.
What happened?
How do you feel besides
Not sure.
I know
No,
exactly what happened after hearing that bit of information.
What happened?
This kicking that you're telling
Wasn't
me.
able here.
Oh.
Mason, let me get your
I know
thoughts real
you can
quick.
heal, but let's
Yeah.
not do that.
Obviously, there's no way to prove it yet, but when they released chips, we heard that, you know, if anything happens, it's on us because they said he was a danger to other people, and then suddenly he comes across something, and the person who got attacked and probably the assailants are potentially from the vampire district. Is that a bit too much coincidental?
It's a bit on the nose, don't you think?
That's a human. It's probably someone that lives with the vampires who work for them as a source. So they'll do what they're told. The whole blood tax thing. Oh. And by what I just heard Cortez says, it sounds like he was drugged. So he doesn't remember much. It's way too coincidental, and I just wanted to share that thought process.
It sounds like he was drugged.
He said he took some medication and he's having a hard time. Yeah, the human said he took some medication and he can't remember much. So it sounds like drugged to me.
Is either drugs or charm. Either could cause memory spottiness.
It can.
And with
Let me guess.
vampires in play, it could be either.
Yeah, let me see if they need any help with that.
Mm.
Yeah, no problem. Alright.
I'll just check in.
Attention, you are entering a comfy vibes area. Please have your blanket or pillow ready for
How you feeling,
deployment
sir?
to ensure maximum comfort is achieved.
Okay, what's happened?
I guess.
So, as far as I can tell, two individuals were over there. One was on the ground, one was pinned up against the wall. Chips had two daggers in hand, or at least like two weapons in hand. I'm not sure if he was in control of his own faculties, but it looks like one guy got plunged through the arm, and the other guy was on the ground, also injured in the same capacity. This gentleman was over here on the right, however, according to what I understand, you're not very...
Forever context, now my little memory. Those three fuckers attacked me. Alright? They have fucking attacked me.
All three of them.
Are you injured at all?
And
Do you require any medical?
I'm healed now, and my mind is still a bit fuzzy, but it's slowly getting back to me.
Okay.
Rana has a huge hole in her arm and it's not healing up. Blood is just going everywhere. Could you help with that?
Okay.
You've
I'm
been
gonna see if there's
taken
like some
care
type
of
of cleaning stuff to clean
physically.
this up. Because if there's blood here,
I have magic
I don't
that
know
can
what's
help
gonna
with
happen.
clearing one's mind to kind of help
you got an
move
idea
fog.
how
Would you
quickly?
like any of that?
What we could do to get rid of it quickly?
My mind is slowly coming back to me.
Peroxide.
It's just still a little bit dizzy here and there, but I think I'll be fine for now.
Okay. If that changes at any time, just let me know. People tend to enjoy remembering clear thoughts. So in case
Only
it's
thing,
the medicine.
only thing that my memory's coming clear now is I was gonna grab some items for my siblings. And the next thing I know, those three fuckers ambushed me. And threatened and beat the shit out of me.
Do you remember? Were you able to get the things that you needed?
I was actually on my way home. Actually, I got it from the market and everything. But as soon as I was on my way, like I said, they came out of nowhere. And
Where were the items that you picked up from the market now?
where else? The town square, the shops. Where else?
The bag, what I mean is your parcel of what you've purchased.
Oh. Shit, it's over there. Fuck.
Just wanted to make sure that you were able to get everything, because that's obviously very important for your family.
Yeah. Right.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Do you want to check to make sure everything's there?
Yeah, make sure nothing's broken.
Wait. Okay, good. Medical. Good. Yes, it's also, some of the things are actually medicals for my sister. Has a disease and she can't survive without it. As for my brother, he needed some items to help out, for food-wise. Such as that. But money's been kind of rough. And everything. Especially with the limited amount of blood supply. Blood supply's been kind of low lately as well.
I've recently heard about that from the lords, that apparently there might be a blood drive going on.
Yes, but it's still not enough, because more people at the Vampire District are going mad. Some are even taking things that will drive them crazy. And
Taking
something
things that will drive them crazy? Like what?
I can't exactly say for sure, but it's some kind of, I don't know, some kind of drug. That's all I know.
Something that substitutes the urge for blood, I presume?
Yes, that.
Yeah.
So
again-
blood substitute gone wrong.
Yes, and it's getting worse by the day.
Do you know
There's
what
nothing,
this is called, if one were to ask?
I'm afraid not. Some people just are desperate that they don't even ask questions. I mean, they just... That's how bad it is.
The attackers, are they from your district?
No. They're hunters. I recognize by their clothing. So therefore, they must be from the hunters, and I'll drive over there.
Do you still remember their descriptions?
Oh, as in what they were wearing and everything is what you're implying?
Yes.
Well, one of them had a bow. One of them had, obviously, knives right on
Any
my neck.
defining... Mason,
features.
Could you potentially have this man describe them to either Hannah or Cortez? They might recognize they might recognize the houses if they are associated.
Potentially, yeah.
Found it.
Another question, I guess, and I'm sorry if we're questioning you so much. Do you
it's
know
understandable.
why they did this?
Should get it up much faster.
They kept calling... It's most likely they were calling me a leech because I'm a vampire. They're bloody fucking hunters. What do you expect from them? They don't treat, well, my kind respectfully.
I didn't want to assume race, so.
No, but that's what these bastards do anyway. They seize a different race that's not human. They don't care what you are. They would do anything either to harass. I mean, I've had a couple friends who've been in similar incidents.
Understood. Then I'm glad you told me your race, as my magic isn't the best for your
look
specific
look
race.
what those bastards even did on the wall right there.
That was from the Hunter's Lodge.
Yes. Well, some hunters at least, but some.
Interesting.
We're not for that.
No, we're not.
Anyways, I don't know what else I could tell you. Other than
You've been more than enough help.
Well, who do I owe the pleasure of helping? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, you go ahead, sir.
I was gonna just ask, like, who do I owe the pleasure of thanking that helped me in this situation?
I'd say the gentleman that saved you from the attackers his name is Chips.
Oh, I see. Perhaps if I see Sir Chips, then perhaps I will thank him. But go ahead, if you got another question. You seem like you do.
What I wanted to do is you gave us a lot of information and for your time, so I would like to give you a few pieces of silver as thank you for the information on helping us understand what's going on.
Oh, well, thank you. I really appreciate that.
Here's 3 pieces of silver.
Thank you.
You gave us information, and information is valuable. So it's an even trade.
Of course.
Thank you.
Looks like I might not travel in these parts for at least for a few days. It's normally I do go this way all the time, so I don't know why it's happening now.
You should be on way back.
So
Unsure, but I guess if for some reason if there's agitation over here, whenever you come visit again from your district, I'd say take the upper path around.
Apparently these aliens were all hunters.
Take that into consideration.
Wait, they were robbing someone?
They were
robbing someone? Okay, hold on, come here.
If you wish for any more information, I'll
Lower your voice. Explain. The only thing I know is that he stopped a mugging. That Chip stopped a mugging. Is that true or false?
Correct. The ones attacking that man, who is a vampire, said that they were all people from the lodge, i.e. hunters.
Right.
So if you or Cortez did not get a good look at them, you could ask him for descriptions in case they are members of houses.
Safe travels.
I just got out here, so I have no idea what the heck happened. It's the only reference of information I have. Okay. Thank you.
You are welcome.
I was gonna say, we didn't see shit. We didn't see shit. I had a
I talked about
Just 2
it in
seconds.
detail. I was like replaying the memory, I guess.
It was a
This corridor is usually busy.
silent solution. It's part of your light magic.
What's that, sir?
Oh man.
Come here.
Oh, just
Right.
I had the thought that this place is unusually busy right now.
Yes. There was a pretty large argument going in the alley, but so they had to break it up.
The alley.
Like we were walking together. It was Chips, Rana, and Hoshi.
Door. Let's go in.
I hope the violence from the lower city is not coming up.
You doing?
Big three,
why don't
no,
we
you're
figure
gonna
it out?
be
No.
Stores for some new things in the
Why
shop,
is there
mainly some
violence that was going on in the lower city?
Right now, it's kind of,
Trying to let you know.
city guard is not really
Apparently, whoever it was,
patrolling much
the guy
lately.
who was attacked.
Let's just say that.
Essentially.
Oh, any reason?
It's me. That's for the guard captain to know, I guess.
Okay. If I see him, I'll ask him. But thank you.
Hey, if you discover, let me know.
Sure thing.
Now just need to find Cassidy again. He seems to have been swept up in the
Bless
the
you.
chaos.
Yes.
Should I say that?
Fuck you, Galvin.
Ow! Fuck
Oh, wow.
Oh, shut up.
Wow. See, look, and as soon as I said it,
looking
right,
out for
both
his
of them came
well-being,
round the corner. I'm
okay?
so sorry, guys.
Jeez.
I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay. It's fine.
He has
Good thing I don't
been.
actually have the power to bless somebody, because, man, that would suck.
Don't bless us. That's
Yeah, please don't.
Oh, bless Risei.
Ah. This one has been blessed.
Welcome to the party. You looking for
Well,
something, Victor?
That original idea is a little bit out the window.
I heard there
Or,
was
well,
a
majorly out the window.
attack.
There was.
Whoop. For it.
But, Chips did a good deed. He protected the person that got attacked.
Your Honor was injured, though. Is that right?
Apparently, she got stabbed in the arm. By the assailants.
Need to know if they were siphoners or...
Hunters.
Hunters.
What?
According to
Attacking
the
a
individual who was
vampire.
attacked. Believed to be a human elitist.
Us problem.
Made sure to specifically count and point out.
No, not yet.
What the fuck?
Don't know where he go.
He was at jail last saw?
Oh. Might have to just go find him.
Not sure.
I feel
if
like
they're
Gavin
affiliated,
saw
but
him.
The individual.
Oh, well, Gavin, go this way.
Kind of waiting.
Ah.
I guess they're still over there.
One moment.
Attack.
Ah.
Made sure to make
He
strong
did.
and bring attention to the fact
Come with.
he believes that the sign on the wall.
Alright, I'll have to... I don't want to keep you all waiting. I'll have to inquire about
That was
this.
K.
I'm not sure.
K.
K-L.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Alright.
That's my job now.
And lost. What the fuck?
Ah.
Getting lag behind.
Their goal.
Yeah, Gavin is lagging behind.
Like in the having a headache way or in the not getting the hint way?
Like having a conversation with someone, he was asking to make sure the whereabouts of our
Ah.
fellow
Ah.
academy.
Mm.
One punch.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Okay.
No punch.
Punch.
Okay.
Him soft.
No punch.
Okay.
Weird how.
I could have sworn I saw chips in that alleyway like 30 seconds ago.
Should not be.
He was by himself.
Should not be.
Same clothes.
Supposed to be with
Unless it's someone wearing the same
Ocean.
clothes. I could be wrong.
Unless he's gotten some kind of new spell we don't know about.
Well, Hoshi is on roof.
I'm not surprised.
Why
and
are they?
Hoshi is supposed to be with Chips.
That.
Hoshi have this. We worry about this for now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do that
well,
first.
He's important.
There is a lot of students can figure that out.
Yes, we've got to smooth things over with the madame first.
Please.
Just gotta be smooth like butter.
Which one?
Divana.
This one.
This one, not
This
ours.
Alright, so you two are looking for somebody to talk to. Keep eye on each other then, and
what plan?
stay together.
Ah. Only 20 gold per ounce.
Told us, but we.
You can come
What
with
means told us
it is
Go
good.
with them to district.
Oh.
I have to talk to Madame, I don't think. Just make sure Madame know we are doing thing while you talk to them.
Yes.
We'll inform her.
There you go.
I can go in real quick and switch.
Yes.
Just as you say that, my stuff wants to crash, so give me like a minute to reset everything.
Copy. Yeah, MM, if you can use Brown. And yes, hello, Ari.
Ding,
We're
ding.
setting up for that, so.
Yeah, just letting you know.
Rainbow might be a little bit if it's not normal hour. Just so
Might need
is already did. Just so is known beforehand. This one and them originally had made the discussions.
I wasn't
Evening.
expecting
Hello.
anyone at this time.
Howdy. Hey, sorry for the intrusion.
It's alright, it's alright. Is there something I can help you with?
Given the heightened tensions from events yesterday, we felt it would be prudent to have a proper discussion with others that are aware of what happened and what was originally desired to have occurred, as to make sure everybody understands what was expected, what happened, and what to do from here in more conducive manners than in the middle of the street with one who was not involved too clearly. Also with some leadership from the Academy present. Hence, our professor is here.
I'm not entirely sure if she wishes to speak with you guys at the moment. She was quite in a angry mood as of late, so I can ask her.
That is precisely the reason why it should be done, as letting this fester will only be harmful to all parties and their dispositions.
If you could let her know that a Miss Risei and a Mr. Gavin, as well as Professor Cassidy, are the ones wishing to be graced with their presence.
I'll let her know if you wish to speak with her, though I don't know if she'll let you in or not. She'll be right with you in just a moment. I caught her busy with a VIP of ours. Pardon. So I guess that's alright. Usually when it's dead silence, VIP tend to come in. Can I get you anything at the moment? We can go upstairs, maybe a drink or two. While you wait.
This one will be fine.
While a drink is incredibly tempting, I'm fine, thank you.
Sure. How about you?
If we're allowed to go up and wait on her, if you have some water, I wouldn't mind.
Of course. You can go ahead and follow me.
Yes, sir.
Your water?
Thank you very much.
Alrighty. Give me just a moment. I'll go see if she's ready.
If this one were better at conveying the information, maybe this wouldn't have happened.
No, I think you probably conveyed it perfectly fine. I think what happened was that certain individuals who went on.
She's ready to see you.
Were the ones who messed up.
Thank you.
I have no idea. I have to deal with her all night. Granted, I don't mind. There you go.
Good morning, madam.
Morning.
Thank you for seeing us.
What can I do for you?
Given that circumstances yesterday were less than ideal for conversation on the parts of many involved, I figured it was prudent that it was revisited when people had time to rest, and also with actual leadership involved, as opposed to, well, the way it was initially discussed when it had just happened.
I see. Anything else?
Aside from that, unfortunately, the student that was head of the activities yesterday is not available. That is why, hopefully, having a professor of the academy present is sufficient. Unrelated to this, though, I wish to inform you that there are presently 2 who are in the district seeking an individual for the sake of asking if they had attained a particular item from a vendor out in the market for the sake of trying to buy it from them, if so. They are not intending to cause any problems, but given it is still your district, it is best you know so that it is not a surprise. They are seeking it for the sake of making a cure to the plague that the werewolves are experiencing.
I've been made aware of this by... Get her name. The tiefling again?
Nisha.
Yes.
That's the one.
Professor
Yes, they
Nisha.
mentioned the cure.
Yes. They are present here in search of an item that will assist in those efforts. Back to the matter at hand. I deeply, again, apologize for the fact that none had remembered to adhere to the request that you, or perhaps both of you, were made aware of the plans, if not given the means to assist in them and their execution. That said, I still believe that the information that was sought on your part may still be within reach, albeit not in the original way envisioned. I know myself what we spoke about, but Gavin and Professor Cassidy here were not present for that. So rather than me state your own words, would you please tell them what it was that you had originally wished for this request that was made?
It was quite simple, really. I asked that when you caught any, they were to be brought to me first. After the last debacle of you capturing 2 of them when you first arrived, they were taken to the cells. Last I heard, they had escaped. If not, they were let out. Rumors were spreading. Did I want the same mistake twice? No, I did not. When asked to be brought to me, I wanted to get my information. After that, was supposed to release them back to the city, let them become the city's problem. I was trying to keep the school's reputation under wraps, given at the time, you all weren't looking so good. It was only then, I had a chat with Risei, that we had concluded that should the public take this very well of Siphoners being caught, I, as the lower district's top, I suppose, would be to praise the school for helping those in need. That was ideal. I was not even informed of changes of plans. I was supposed to be involved in said plan making because I know Siphoners best. They've been a problem for over 50 years. Caught a few. Good for you. But now they're gonna go into hiding and wait until all of you leave. Then they'll be out again.
Well, I can at least inform you of what happened while we were having our talk that day. When I was talking with you, as it is clear to us now, as I told you, I was under the assumption that you would be getting talked to about the plan, but it didn't turn out that way, and I apologize for that. What did happen is when Siphoners were caught, one of our cadets, in a unique method of scent, marked them, so that way we could try
yes, that loose-lipped royal Vivina. I'm aware.
That is apparently what they have done. As of now, I haven't checked today to see if they are still locked up, which that could be something we can do to see if they're still locked up or if they have mysteriously vanished again.
I am sure we can inquire about that.
And in the event they have disappeared, they may have left a trail with the means
Yes.
that were upon them.
Which either Vivina or maybe potentially Zachary. I don't know if he can pick up that type of scent.
He's likely been
That's more of a
exposed
Zachary
to
question.
it. But off topic. At this point in time, due to the number of changes of hands and who proposed and then organized plans versus those who talked about them prior, things clearly have gotten mixed up. But rather than give up on the efforts, I would like to ask what, given the current state of things, do you want to do? Because ultimately, I talked to you to find a way to help you so that we would at least have the means to help somebody here rather than find ourselves on the back foot because we either try to help but do it the wrong way or end up making things worse in the process. Like I told you before, I wanted to avoid that. And if there is a way to fix that, I would like to hear what would allow that to still happen. Not for
Still a
gain,
chance.
just to fix what was broken.
On the offhand, the conversation we had prior. I'll put it this way. Cortez is not wrong when it comes to this being some sort of political standing, but I think what the rest of you need to understand is I do not wish for my people to be seen as nothing as mere pawns, even if that's what they are. You shouldn't call them that, especially so openly. So, Cortez did not anger me, if that's what you were worried about. While he does lack tact, he does not stop talking. I'm used to this, my dear. I've had many people.
My apologies for the interruption.
Yes, dear.
I need to go check on something. I'll be back in just a moment.
Well, it was among one of the worries. The top worry was that the terms that had been originally agreed to were not able to be upheld, and wanting to find a way to rectify this problem. As like I told you in the first conversation, if it came down to it, I would have been willing to do this on my own. And if I have to fix it on my own, I will do that to make up for it.
I will not have you do something so risky. But I think you recall my warning. Another incident like this, and a lot of you will no longer be welcome in the red light. I have extended an olive branch the moment you arrived. I had taken responsibility after the full moon. We as a city have failed you. Your mission, whether it's to help us or not, I don't like to be played with. I don't like my people to be played with. The rest of the royals in your classes, your classmates, can see us as nothing more than impatient, unkind, and brash. They don't realize they've had their heads shoved so far up their rears, it's up to their shoulders, that if they happen to fall, they can get back up. They have the opportunity. But understand the people down here do not. Once they fall, some never get back up. They never recover afterward. I'm doing this in the interest of my people, not for political gain, not for the Canes, as much as I love them dearly. We live for each other down here. This is why I got a little upset about the misguided communication. Somebody I may have met once, I believe I was with you, specifically. Stark, who was it? Burnett, glasses, didn't know when to stop talking.
Where's Blue?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that would be
That
him.
would be Stark.
I was made aware he was put in charge of the debacle.
Correct.
I was away on business at the time, so I'm not sure who was in charge.
In the meeting
Which
that
of you have the
morning,
most knowledge then about that?
we were both present in the meeting. The topic was initially brought up by them without any prompting from myself. I tried to indicate that such requests and how they were made were present in this discussion, and at the time it had appeared to have been acknowledged, and that people understood that bare minimum, anything that we plan on or want to do should have been brought here. At that point, while the initial planning and division of tasking occurred between this and another effort that was going on at the same time, he was not directly involved in our group and had assigned another to act as effectively acting lead. I don't know if that would be the best word to use, but
He put Gallant in charge of the activity while he went off to do a different activity. Once it was all strategized.
And from that, I imagine the multiple changing of hands and my own failure in this was not being more assertive in saying that I should have been in charge of it, given that the one who actually discussed the matter was myself. And I had hoped that I made more impression upon them to act appropriately.
And it was a failing on the professor's part to not have either of these two leading the charge, when you clearly already had a rapport and understanding built with these two. So on behalf of the professors, I am sorry.
Apology considered. But we're not out of the woods yet. As I had said before, should you fail, the red light will pull out the support. My people have given much to all of you, along with Topside. Kane has aided you well with enough food, lodging, and drink. Times are getting harder and winter's coming faster. I need to prep my people to make sure that they survive wintertime. With that, siphoners do need to be removed, even if it's all of them, even if it's some of them. Again, I am not upset. I'm upset more about how this was handled and how I was dismissed, not once, but twice, about there being a particular time crunch. That there were other things that needed to be done, and we were left on the back burner.
By whom, if you don't mind me asking?
The first one, I believe, was a professor, the redhead. Blazeheart, was it?
That would be him, yes.
The other
Yes.
doesn't quite come to mind. I've had a rather busy night. The other I can't really say, but when I went to go and try to speak to Stark, wondering why this supposed diplomatic figure in your reigns was drunk and sleeping. Not exactly the best impression.
I was not made aware of that.
Something about, what was it I was hearing? Dragon water?
Ooh.
You mean
Strong stuff.
Dragon, yeah, one of the strongest alcoholic drinks.
I'm aware.
I will not make excuses for either of those instances. I understand there are a number of priorities that were present. I wish I had made more of an effort of putting my foot down to have the talking occur prior to plans being made before it got to this point. But I am trying to avoid blaming myself too much for what is ultimately not solely my own fault, where fault can be applied. I wish
Clearly, who
to
was
make
involved in putting
amends.
Stark's leadership are the ones at fault, dear. For this diplomat to not want to speak to me beforehand, even if it was brief, give me the rundown, I say they're alright, I give my conditions, they go on their way. Could have been that easy.
I will admit.
The fact.
Go on. I was just going to say, I will admit, after hearing all this, we have been self-placing time crunches on ourselves, and it has now bitten us in the rear 2 to 3 times now.
Yes, though.
Not
Again,
without entire reason to, but it does not change the fact that these self-imposed deadlines are not helping us in any way.
So, who put these deadlines on the table?
I believe, with what Nisha was wishing to do of something of another matter, Stark decided to push on the siphoner problem, or it was the reverse of if you're wanting to do it. But of course, Nisha was most likely still under the assumption of going to talk with her, because I believe in the meeting, all of it was we needed to see her first before the plan went.
Just so that for my own memory, I did say that bit to everyone in the room, correct?
I'm remembering very clearly, because when I was talking with her out at the fountain that day, I even told her I believe some of the cadets are going to be coming to see her soon about the siphoner problem.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
Well, I remember a report crossing the professor's desks before I headed out.
Yes, a report talking about this very subject to all the professors about a week and a half ago at this point. And none of them ever talked to me about it at all.
I remember reading said report before we set out for our lovely little trip down my memory lane to deal with the odd diplomats to the east.
I feel we're probably going to run in circles and continuously
Yes.
apologize.
Regardless.
I guess straight to the point would be, what can we as an academy do for you to make sure this bridge is mended and we can mutually benefit each other?
You do what your supposed academy stands for. You help the people. Not for benefit, not for glory, not for politics. These are living, breathing beings who are in need of help. I've been trying to chase after these siphoners for 50 years. My charm wasn't as strong as it is now, but they evade my grasp every single time. The fact that you caught 4 of them, an impressive feat, I will admit. I am very impressed. Remains the fact that I don't know if they are experienced or they're newbies. When they are inexperienced, these are the ones that accidentally kill people. They take too much blood, and people die. Clover's parents, the little Lycan girl, her parents were taken by siphoners. Inexperienced ones. Mine was taken. My mother was taken from an experienced one because it was on purpose. Blame a vampire, they said. The daughter of the proprietress turns on her mother, sucking the very blood out of her being and killing her. You can look up that page. Maybe it's around somewhere 50 years ago. I've dedicated most of my life to protecting these people, selling my sweat, blood, and tears to ensure that they manage to get out of this place and don't stay here. The girls here, some of them are parents. Some of them have family outside of here. Some of them ended up here. The way I've seen it so far, this academy has done nothing short of working half-assed and quick to, in your words, fuck up. Everything is half-cocked, time limits on yourselves instead of taking on a responsibility you can make the time for. I've extended olive branches time and time again, and it feels that with each branch I am being caught on fire to let other people burn. I'm entrusting that if you do manage these 4 siphoners, as I've told Risei and your Professor Blazeheart, I will take back all that I've said. I will take back all that I've taken away. You will continue to have support of the Red Light District. Not only me, but the people in here as well. They're giving you everything that they have, sweetheart. The rich will give you only what you need. Only the teeniest bit, the bare minimum, a gold coin perhaps. It's the poor that give you all that they have because that's all they are. They're the ones with the biggest hearts. That's why I do this.
Then, I think our first thing we will do is we will have someone go and check on the keep and check to see if any of the siphoners are still locked up. That should be the first and foremost duty that we will do for you. If they are, I believe we can talk to the young lord and see if they will allow you to talk to one of them, and potentially maybe we can bring them here for you to have a moment to speak with them before releasing them back to their custody. If we inform them that this might be a good method of potentially finding more out about the siphoners, I believe we could convince them to do such a thing. Aside from that, what are some major issues right now that your people are suffering with that we might be able to help with?
My dear, they are all walks of life. Everyone has a new problem. Money, finance, anything you can think of. As far as material, they need. I've had a few. We've been collecting... What was it now, if I remember correctly? What was it? Cloth and wood. We were prepping for fires to make the warm clothes for the winter. We had some of you, I believe it was some of you, going out for hunting. Bring pelts, meat, anything else. For now, we're fine. But who knows when a new problem will arise. I can't say what it can be. We can only wait. For now, the biggest is the siphoners. As of now, I feel like I've been a little too light, I've been too polite, I've been too sweet and forgiving, that I have let your academy walk all over me. Keep in mind, even if I am still your friend, I am still a stranger to you. One that holds influence in the lower parts of the city. We make up the vast majority. I do not wish to turn my backs on you. I've sent one of my raised daughters to your school. She's a guard now. I know it's doing right by her. My worry now is to just get rid of the siphoners. If this new plan you have works, I've already explained it to Blazeheart. If this works, I'm willing to hear Stark out. I'm not going to just lecture him and yell at him. I never do that. I'm willing to hear out his plan, and if it turns fruitful, more information than what I could have received had I done it myself. Again, all is forgiven. Everything.
Well, I think to save from any miscommunication from happening again, I believe it would be apt to make both you, Risei, as well as you, Gavin, the two in charge of any dealings with this district.
I believe ones you can include would be Misty, Cortez, and Dawes, if they so wish.
I think to avoid from confusion and minced words.
For now, these two are fine. What I mean is, when it comes to these plans, I'm alright with them knowing information. I owe the Cortezes very much. The sister has proven time and time again to be a strong political factor in what we call ourselves the underworld, the underbelly of the city. I owe the Cortezes a lot, just as they owe me. For people to assume that I'm upset with Cortez is frankly stupid. Yes, what he says is very dumb, but he's telling the truth. What I didn't catch was the fact that I was hearing the perspective of the fact that this whole debacle of catching the siphoners was not for the benefit of my people. It was not benefit for Fallbrook. It was a benefit for all of you and your reputation. People already believe that you're martyring, that you're murdering, that you're taking over the city. And down here, I don't want that to become truth. They will think you're above the law, that you're hurting and murdering innocent poor people who have nothing left to their names. Some don't even have a last name, they have just one. Should Stark's plan come to fruition, I take back everything I said and we stay on our original deal. The red light stays open. Anything you need, I will send anyone out to go get what you're looking for. On the off hand this fails, the ones who are involved in this plan, unless approved by myself, of course, will no longer be allowed down here. Should you be caught by criminals, get taken. I wipe my hands clean of you because you were not supposed to be here in the first place. You get thrown out by Blake. Well, you get thrown out by Blake.
Those are completely reasonable terms.
Absolutely reasonable.
I wish to keep the people safe. That's all I care about.
And at least I can speak personally of my own opinion is I want to help the people. And after our many, as you say, fuck-ups, I want to do right by them and try and show them that we do mean to help this city. Genuinely. And I'll always be as truthful as possible to the best of my knowledge. I feel the truth is always the right path.
You are a paladin, so I can take your word. You have healing capabilities, do you not?
I do. I have light healing capabilities, but my focus is mostly in cleansing ailments.
And that's a piece that you can use for the city down here. Medicine is hard to come by. Doctors are expensive. Most of them try to heal themselves. Some lose limbs, and they don't wish to take care of it. They can't afford to. If you wish to start by helping, I would say that's the first place you can start.
Then what I can do is, nights that you are open, I can come down here, and people who I can be outside or inside, anyone who needs a service of cleansing or minor healing, I can provide that.
We
Free
can
of
set up a
charge,
side room
or
for that.
free of charge, or if it's for
free of
donations,
charge free of charge,
however you
donation,
wish.
or trade.
I will
If they have nothing,
let,
we take nothing.
I will let your establishment be in charge of anything they wish to donate.
Aside from that, I kind of feel bad for your professor here. You said you're left in the dark about most of this, are you not?
Yes, it seems like my fellow professors aren't too keen on informing me of things.
Seems your school has more than just regular communication problems outside of it.
Yes, it seems so. One I aim to rectify.
As
On
I said,
a
those were my
similar
conditions.
note to the healing, if there is a way to get a supply of simply starleaf, I have a means of producing healing potions using only those ingredients and not the normal amount required. That would be... I could provide myself as a means to bolster the stock of medicines here for those who are able to benefit from potions, as I know not all necessarily can.
Potions, any form of healing is more than welcomed. Like I said, if they have nothing, we take nothing. If they offer anything, aid, material, food, otherwise, we bargain. Take what's fair, and go from there.
Anyone who asks for any aid from me, whether it involves healing or cleansing of ailments, I will simply tell them it's free of charge. If you wish to donate or provide any service or materials, please speak with, I guess whoever employee you provide to
Most
be in
likely
charge.
Blake. I trust no one else.
Then I will tell them to simply speak with Blake and inform them that they'd like to donate.
Sounds good
You
to
know
me.
your people
It'll all go
best.
to the orphanage and things either way, so it's fine. Was there anything else I could do for you?
No,
I think that's it,
You've been
but
more
if I
than
could have a
fair.
moment to speak with you alone.
That is all from me.
I'll rejoin you two once I'm
Should we wait
done
for
speaking.
you outside?
I've been hanging out with Cortez too much. I almost made a Cortez joke.
Yes, it won't take long.
Okay.
He said he wanted to speak with you privately. I was about to walk out and say that costs extra.
Kevin,
Sometimes it does.
please.
As I said, I've been hanging out with Cortez too much.
You absolutely have.
I had to break the ice.
Yes. As it so happens, there was another reason for that. original deal, but until we fix things, I did not think it appropriate to even bring it up in the first place. It is not
I'll
really.
leave that on you.
It's not really tactful to
Cadet?
ask for.
Was Professor Cassidy with you?
Yes, he is
Yes, he's-
having one last word with the Madame Divana, and then will be rejoining us.
Very well, I shall wait for him here.
Is there a...
I think if you're waiting for him here, we can head back then.
Yes, everyone else is back in the tavern. I believe they're having a meeting right now with the Professor Nisha.
Okay, then we probably should head back so that way we can inform Cassidy on his return.
Understood.
Since you're waiting on Professor Cassidy, at least that way we know it's 2 people at a time at least leaving, so we don't have to worry about him being by himself.
Can you inform
I will-
him that we have gone ahead then in that case?
Of course.
Thank you very much, sir. You too.
I would say first order of priority is making the arrangements to be able to visit and preferably speak to those who were incarcerated.
Yes. If I see the guard captain or or the younger lord, definitely talk with one of them. I think the older lord might not be too keen, just because
As they were
him and her
delivered
have a bit of
into
a-
the custody of the human district, it should be under Lord Alakai's jurisdiction anyways. We should go by the proper individuals in charge.
Correct.
That said, I would like to be present for this, given that it was my own failure to put my foot down about being in charge of something that was
To be
asked
fair,
of me. I don't
a
want
lot
to
of
be
people-
walked around or over this time.
To be fair, it's not just you. A lot of people seem to have difficulty trying to overspeak Stark. And it has been showing time and time again, a lot of people are starting to take his word like gospel, which probably needs to stop, because even he makes mistakes.
Yes, this one agrees. They are well spoken, whereas this one is struggling to speak effectively. But
What I would say for you, don't be afraid to speak your mind. I've seen you do it before. I know you can do it again.
Okay.
It is what I used for the food.
Speaking of,
I'm gonna need those details.
Sure.
I'm kidding, but also, I would like those details.
Yes, of course. It's truly not that difficult of a process. It can be a little bit finicky, but it
Same
takes
as
a while.
Sorry, the thought of preserving.
hello.
It's essentially a very similar process of just drying and licking.
Speaking of those-
Morgan, where is everybody
Yes.
else at the moment?
I don't know. I just got here.
Okay.
I haven't seen anybody in the tavern. So
You guys missed our new game of chicken.
In that case,
What did you end up using as the target?
our current situation. Whoever's stress levels breaks them first.
Oh. This does not sound like a fun game.
I'm gonna win.
It sounds absolutely fun as someone that
Sounds
totally
painful.
understands, but in a different direction.
Ah.
I'm going to hug you, anyways. She could use a hug. In this case, since we don't know where everyone is, Your Lordship, could we have a word with you for a moment?
Oh, and here I thought I was the favorite brother.
We all
No.
knew it wasn't true.
Wow.
This time of day is beautiful.
Listen, isn't the trope that everyone loves the baby brother? And that the eldest just suffers
Honestly,
the most?
I think you need the hug now. There. It is okay.
I feel so much better already.
You're welcome.
Everyone is for some reason squatted up in general dorm. I'm going to be upset.
They opened the room. We've been expecting you, Gavin.
Finally. This shouldn't take but a minute or two. We just had some questions for you.
Alrighty. Shoot.
I believe it was yesterday, a group of cadets turned in a group of siphoners over to your guards.
I heard a little bit about this, but I'm actually pretty in the dark about the mission itself.
That's fair. It was pretty quickly put together and executed. What we're asking is, would it be possible for us to visit to see if they're still there? Last time when they were captured, they either got lost in transit or broke out. It's still very vague of what happened to them, but they escaped. The madam of the red light was wanting us to check on that, and with your permission, if they're still there, she would like to have a word with them.
As it stands,
Well, I was in.
those four were but a few of many. And we are hoping that by speaking to them, now that they are hopefully awake and recovered a bit from the altercation, that the means to discover where they are acting out of can be discovered as to resolve the problem more effectively than just the removal of a few of a larger group.
Okay. I have a few things. First of all, I was in the barracks earlier, so they are still there.
That is good to hear.
There was some rowdiness earlier today, I'm sure you guys heard.
The assault upon a vampiric citizen?
Correct.
Yes, we were present at the aftermath.
Beyond that, things got crazy. I told my brother that I would, if he didn't tell you that I would. But so much stuff has happened that I kind of let it slip my mind, so I apologize. The original siphoners, for a while we weren't sure what happened. Last we had heard was that they were with Ryder, but Ryder Eventually, I went to Ryder myself, and he told me that Lucina took them off of his hands and said that she would bring them to us, and she did not. I approached my brother about this, and they actually took the original siphoners to the vampire dungeons, and then they pretended that they didn't know. I told my brother that if he didn't tell you guys that I would, but then the full moon situation happened and I just completely forgot.
So, forgive the bluntness, then at least one, if not more people, were protecting them by feigning ignorance upon their whereabouts.
I don't know his reasoning for keeping them secret, but yeah, I was quite upset with him, and I made it very clear that he was to explain it to you all, but never got around to that.
Well, thank you for the honesty.
And I will work on getting you guys visitation and the madam as well.
If possible, I know this is probably off-putting, but if it's possible to even have them escorted to her, I don't know if you'd be willing to do that, even if it's just one of them, just so she can have a talk with them. She said she has been dealing with them and investigating them for over 50 years, so she probably would know best on how to interrogate one.
They would be returned to custody afterwards.
Instantly. If the guard could even be there, probably. We could talk with her about that. See if there's any conditions you have to have her talk with them.
If this cannot be arranged, at minimum we would like her to be able to be among those approved to visit the group. Although...
Let me think on this for a second.
As ultimately, it is my understanding that the siphoners do not act solely in the red light district, but the other districts as well. We wish to ensure they are not a threat to anybody's districts, yours included.
And this time we want to make sure we go through all the proper channels. And we make sure everyone is on the same page. Because if this is an organization that catches wind too heavily that we are on their trail, they might vanish. And we won't know how to catch them again for a while. So while we have some in captivity, I feel it's the best to get as much information as we can before them being missing causes any commotion with their hideout.
I'm okay with allowing the visitation, and she can come along. I will say you may have to deal with potential backlash if citizens see you going in there. People are still a little hasty about Ascension entering the dungeons. But if you're okay with dealing with that...
A light group. I would say most likely 1 or 2 cadets, her, and probably 1 professor. And then however many guards, or if you want to be there personally.
I probably will attend, yes. I may even ask my brother if he wishes to as well.
It may lessen the potential backlash if they see that it is under supervision of town leadership.
If we are being escorted by you, it is much different than us simply marching in. Also, is her and your older brother okay? I feel there's a lot of tension between those two.
He hasn't been around as much. I think that I hope that she's just busy. But you're right. There does seem to be a little bit. Not too sure, unfortunately.
Potentially, I don't know how she'd feel about your older brother. Yesterday they had a big spat at each other.
Oh.
Yeah, they seem
Given what was said about as the original inquiries about the location and status of the first two siphoners came from her, there is a slight worry now that I'm hearing this that it might have been a slight, not to be offensive, move done out of being petty, and it might cause unnecessary tensions. We have asked you regarding this matter as they are in your district's custody. Therefore, what happens with them and who they are allowed to be visited by should come solely from you. He can manage his own district, but he should allow you to perform duties within yours.
But again, the final verdict is yours on who you wish to invite. We are simply giving opinions. I enjoyed talking to your brother all the time, but I feel if there's any tension between those two, it might cause another spat.
And potentially derail the effort to receive information in a unified front.
Give me a moment to think.
Completely
no rush.
understandable. And let it be known, we are not asking for this to happen immediately, right this moment. Such things take time, and if we need to wait a day or two for permissions, we will abide by that.
Correct. We're just feeling since we saw you available, it's best to relay information as fast as possible. That way you have ample amount of time to think it over.
I'm gonna ask you guys to give me the night on it. As if we didn't just get new prisoners, I think I would have been okay, but we need to finish processing.
Completely understandable.
We'll seek you out tomorrow morning then, or whatever morning you're next available.
Yeah, please do.
Thank you for your time.
Sorry, couldn't be of more help.
No,
the fact you have heard us out is exactly what we hoped to accomplish by speaking with you. Taking time is what really should happen next, as it gives us time to figure out what it is that we wish to ask and how to do so.
I feel there's only one thing at this time that is of a rush order, and that is what Professor Nisha is working on. Everything else can come in time.
Alright. Is Chip's doing alright?
I am
He's out and about.
a little worried about his mental state after the treatment he was subjected to. Physically, he appears to be on the path to recovery, but whatever they have done to them in there, reminds me of the time I felt more like a tool than a living being. And I am
it kind of reminds me
somewhat
of...
appalled by the fact that this treatment was allowed to occur within a district of the city. I do not believe it was under your brother's oversight or even knowledge, potentially. But such things cannot be allowed to happen again. I do not know if he will recover anytime soon, as he is practically a husk right now. I do not recognize him. He looks like my friend, but he does not act like him.
I won't make any excuses. We should have known what was going on. And we should have done something sooner.
If I may ask, what is your position regarding the presence of Lord Godfrey in Fallbrook and the actions he has been taking?
I view him very similarly to the Inquisition. They are welcome because that is the type of city we have, but the way that they think, their elitism, that is not welcome. And
I suppose my reason for asking is they are not the authority of this town. Why is it that they are acting as if they have the leadership here? Should that not be the reverse, that they should be acting under your oversight as they are not in their own lands?
You are correct, but unfortunately, Godfrey is just different. I don't know much about him, but he seems to scare my brother to death. I can't act, say, or do anything out of turn.
As
Otherwise,
a vampire, newly turned or not, it is understandable why he would be discomforted by them. But I still worry that they are overstepping their boundaries.
I completely agree.
Considering when they originally arrested our professor, they openly mocked all three of you by taking positions upon the seats that are meant to be for the leaders of Fallbrook. They are not respecting your leadership. And I fear that they may continue to do so long as it is not addressed, if nothing else, that they feel they can do so because nobody is saying anything against it. They are just accepting status quo.
Godfrey has the power to start a war. My brother feels that if we act against Godfrey, he will do whatever needs to be done to start conflict. because of this, we kind of sit with our tail between our legs. I agree, I want to put boundaries, but
If nothing else,
even when I suggest to my brother
transparency, if they cannot be, if acting against them or telling them to respect your rule is out of the question, they did what they were able to Chips because they controlled all the information about it until people effectively had to go around social conventions to find the truth. If there are things that come to your attention about their activities, whether or not you agree with them or not, is it possible to inform us of what is happening so that it is there's not effectively people circumventing your right of rule of this region because they are able to do so and hide their tracks? That is not acting against them, it is simply informing others of what those who are in positions of power within this area are doing, and what opinions come of that are our own, not yours.
You make a good point. Right
Obviously,
now,
if it is
my
going to
goals
risk
are-
you, I do not wish to ask that of you. But if it can happen, then I would like to request that some way to do so is established. If it means keeping the people who actually live here safe from those who are coming in and enforcing their own authority, which, yes, I understand it is a bit ironic coming from Ascension and our recent missteps. But just because it has happened does not mean that it needs to be condoned by others who should know better.
Everything you say makes sense. My goals with Godfrey are to slowly but surely rip each claw that he has dug into Fallbrook as legally as I can. And I wanted to start with Ascension. I was trying to convince my brother to allow Barian to stay in our cells, but he views it as too risky. So getting Chips out was at least one small victory, but I'm still working on it.
What you can
if you guys come up
do
with any ideas,
is more than can be asked given the circumstances. But if something comes to your attention, regardless of how little or big it may be from him or those directly acting under his command, you know who they are, that somehow that information makes its way here, what we do with it at that point is entirely out of your hands. As to not make you liable for what happens or doesn't happen. So long as those efforts are being done in the sake of interest of protecting Fallbrook and its people, that I wish to make certain will be the first and foremost use of anything shared in that regard. Because I will be blunt.
Thank you for your insight.
He is a threat to your people. He does not care about the well-being of the people here. He sees them as pawns. And if they have to be thrown to the wolves and, I suppose that's a poor choice of word, thrown to the wayside and crushed underfoot for his own ambitions, he will do so. I do not wish to see that
I got that
happen.
impression. I've heard him more than a few times refer to me and my citizens as cattle.
Outside of the vampires, he likely sees most of them as little more than sources of potential food or entertainment.
Yes.
Granted, given how he appeared to have treated Chips with his custody, that may not necessarily be exempt from his own kind.
I had spoke to Victor about... this was over a week ago. But when I went to my brother's manor with him, and we were actually searching for Nisha, but we found Victor and them coming out of his manor, and Victor was beaten quite badly. I talked to him about it later, and he said that is kind of a part of training for full-bloods, and depending on what your destiny is as a vampire. But I had asked him if Chips went through similar training. He said that it would be different because he's a half-breed. I don't really understand vampire stuff.
Neither do I. I do not personally agree with the mannerisms, but that is not my place to enforce. That said, that they would do so behind all of your backs only shows they are not here for the betterment of Fallbrook. It is just a means to an end, and I wish for that in itself to end. That those who actually care about the people here are the ones who are making such calls. That does not include him, and likely will never be the case. I do not know if I can safely ask this of your brother, given his potential beholdenment to him. But I hope I can ask this of you in confidence.
Yes. I'm going to be working on my brother and his allegiances with Godfrey.
I suppose...
See if I can't get him to put his foot down.
On the topic of allegiances, how much do you know about Lucina? You said they were the one who were last seen with those original siphoners, and then they never turned up again for a while. Other than, I believe it was said that she is his sire, what is their relationship prior to that?
Well, they dated for a while, and then when they decided to marry, they did so by, I guess, letting himself be turned by her. She was around for family dinners sometimes, but she honestly kept her distance for the most part.
But she did not make you or Roderick feel uneasy.
I don't think I've ever felt uneasy about her. At the time, it was more that she was willing to turn my brother. I felt that to be a bit odd. I at least know as much to know that you can't just do things like that in the vampire society. beyond that, he's been relatively kind to our family.
I only ask as, well, I am a little worried about if there was a effectively foul play at some point with regards to how that chain of events played out. It was more of an ask about perception of character. It is good that there is not a immediate red flag, but I suppose then the best course of action would be to ask her directly about her side of things. But other than that, I have taken a lot of your time as is for a request that is admittedly very risky. But thank you for hearing me out, and it is heartening to hear that you see this situation in a similar way as I do.
It was very nice chatting with you. Thank you for your insight. I'm still rather new to the whole leadership thing, so I'm always open to hear suggestions.
I am new to being allowed to lead myself. I am currently acting second for Ignis on account of the circumstances around Chips and his condition. And I am still learning what it means to interact with others outside of controlled spaces like I am used to in the past. I have led before, but it was... to call it leadership is not the same way as it would be here. Dealing with people is much more challenging.
Indeed. There we go.
Yes. Oh, hello.
Hey. We're gonna just have a little chat.
Okay.
Make sure everyone within these walls are protected.
Brother!
Excuse me.
It's our charge.
Lord Alaka,
Huh?
you left your brother hanging.
Oh man, I almost forgot you existed. Holy.
The bishop will want to know this, that the CAF would stand against.
And then switch back before you forget.
Oh no, I'm just...
I've been kind of craving cookies.
Perhaps we can send for more from Sanctuary.
I closed up the...
That is always been a thing.
Closed everything up.
There's not a single innocent in this city.
Hoping for a glass of beer.
You've all clearly been tainted.
Yes.
No one is born evil.
I mean...
Welcome
Like a human
over
lactose
here.
Just a little
I have
bit.
heard that people with lactose intolerance consider that a challenge rather than a limitation. They have it in spite of it.
Well,
Well, last time I ate chocolate, I was bedridden.
yes.
You merely
You don't want that again.
Also, just to pass it along, while it is not confirmed yet, Lord Alakai has appeared to be sympathetic to the request to allow visitation for a small group, including you. We are awaiting further deliberation and planning given the problems in the district this morning, but it appears to be looking promising.
It's all we could hope for, isn't it?
So hopefully
That's
there'll
fine.
be good news to follow.
Based on the cover, you'll never understand the full
I hope
book.
so too. Pretty sure we could work out more things as they come.
If it isn't the
I
bitch
had a joke for that one, and I'm sitting down. I'm
Well, I take very kindly to that.
holding it in.
It's about time somebody realizes it. What is happening?
Well, now I want to know what it is.
The best.
Indeed we are.
It was a pun.
The city is quite corrupted.
This again. This is always good.
I'll hold it for now. We'll talk about it later when there's not so many ears around.
It needs to be purged immediately.
What happened? I
I
wasn't
said
paying
that
attention.
they were saying about some good news for us. For our little problem.
This is how he is.
And I said there's
That's
more
good.
to
It is
come.
your ineptitude, hunters, that isn't yet saved.
Foretaste?
I get it.
What takes?
They even taint the young.
Oh,
Took him a bit. And he's the one who works for me.
Wait, that's a double pot. Oh no. Oh no.
I believe that's considered a... what is it? Is it a double pun or double entendre here?
I thought double entendre just was effectively
Apologies.
saying something that meant something. I should just
It
stop
is.
while I'm ahead.
That is if he wants to be. Well, do you?
I
Oh,
think it was
no.
stop while you were behind, dear.
Go for it.
Shit, okay.
But either way,
Okay.
hopefully in the coming day or two, some correspondence will be
I'm
available.
going to stop you right there now, sir, though. We're not allowed
I
to
would hope
borrow
so.
weapons in here.
We'll find out something. Like I said, I wasn't mad about everything. You're doing me a favor.
Very well.
Mad or not, I wish to make sure that it is done right by you.
Come with me. Let us put on a good example.
Give me a moment, dear.
Shall I call the town guard?
No, landlet.
No, it's fine.
Morgan,
Move
is
aside.
Professor inside?
No.
No.
Them just took bile.
Okay. Let's go.
You would
Put
defend
him down.
you of all people.
I don't want to. Trust me, but
You made your point.
kind of.
you came in at the wrong time. I suggest you back up a little.
Leaving. Or something. Don't wish to be here.
Misha
You want to
Set
fight
him out
someone?
to
You
the
can fight
door,
me.
Gavin.
can grab bile and start taking
Violet, you
him
can go.
outdoor. Not know how far them get yet.
No fighting in the tavern.
I'm gonna go find Iris.
There's no
Yeah,
fighting.
be horrible. Your pilgrimage would end early.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Come on.
What a shame.
Leave.
Cortez.
Now.
Tavern keeper has asked us all to go outside.
This is over.
You dare
Come on,
point
this-
a gun
Come on, let's go outside.
at me?
It's nice outside. It's nice and cool. We can go look at the clouds.
Pilgrim.
Okay.
I need to go outside. This one. You okay?
I'm fine.
No weapons. In here.
I was trying to prevent it. My finger was off the trigger. I promise.
Doesn't matter.
No, the fact that you drew the weapon rougher than he does.
You call for Professor next time.
What do you want me to do?
Gentle
Let
bomb.
him grab bile?
Hunter type
didn't see anything on him currently.
So can somebody please explain
I
what that was
suggest
all about?
You get your talks going and then we can go.
A lovely pilgrim from Zaris, walking his way through, thought he would show us exactly what it means to purge
Seems we have more than just
the unclean.
Good that I found.
I see.
I need to talk to you about some things.
He follows a code of blindness. If it's not human, it's not worth it. He listens to an unjust and brainwashing stigma that's just repeated.
Despite them being in the wrong, we can't afford being put in a bad light at this point.
Thank you for your time.
I understand.
Our hands are tied on that front. Let them be the one to be wrong, so that then we are justified in defending ourselves.
I wasn't going to wait until Bio was hurt. But I understand.
But you know that's the rule up here.
Yes, I know.
Oh dear, don't look at me. In that aspect, if you were in my district, go ahead. We turn the cheek. Never
Apologies for the scuffle.
Apologies, Barkeep. I wasn't about to dirty the floors. See if they fixed it out there.
Probably not.
Thanks.
You are of this CAF force, correct?
Yeah.
Very well. I have word for you too.
Alright.
In, cadets.
We'll head to the throne room.
Sorry.
Kane will hear about this one way or the other.
I get that one in particular, those types. I get it.
We'll see what happens.
Speak with your brother now. Okay, if this has gone so.
I'm not with me around. I heard that.
Attempted to take is the better word, but a member of the Hand of Zaris, aka Giga Racists. Like, imagine being racist, and then imagine being like top 1% of racists.
They kind of poofed, so I'm sure they'll be around.
I did think I heard something.
Something like that, yeah. Hi.
We had a fine conversation up until he decided to drink a little bit more and decide to purge. To show me the error of my ways.
Want me to update you on him? He is...
Because it's what his pilgrimage is for. Anything that's not human is unworthy to walk the lands before his feet. Given his god.
He is right now.
I see. Okay.
This town to him is a mixture of a cesspool instead of progress.
Well, she's gonna look for him. She's gonna look for him. So.
Okay. Sounded like talking to my father. dim-witted mind.
Thank you for not putting a bullet in his head. I appreciate it.
There was about 3 people that were trained to do so.
I know.
Pretty sure the bounce
But I
top is on
appreciate it.
anyways.
I know, I'm making light of a really dark situation.
My
Anyway.
finger was off the trigger.
It's nice.
But had he lifted the sword, it would have been a different matter.
I know. I assumed so. I would appreciate. I
Yeah,
just
compliment.
thank you for
We
not
appreciate it.
shooting him. That goes to all the people who had weapons out in front of them. Okay.
Given all things, I would hope people know I don't just shoot.
I know. But
I mean, Lux is still here.
we-
He threw me through a wall.
Hello. Do you have,
Cortez.
by chance,
It's not
like,
just us here. There
Shutting
are
up, I know.
civilians
chicken?
and
Can I get chicken and
people of power
No,
here.
just not bacon, just chicken.
don't
Maybe
know
in
your
like a
power
little,
like we do.
Can I get in a little like cup or something? I know it's weird. I want to feed the birds.
Chicken in a country, rather feed them like grain or something.
I understand.
Certain birds are carnivores.
Can we have a word?
Not carnivores. They're like omnivores.
Need to go AFK for a brief second. Hey Seer, are you here right now in chat? Just say something so I can come back to it. I'm gonna have a question for you in a moment. It does not look like it. I'm gonna do a little thing that I have not given myself a treat to do in a while. I'm gonna be a little quirky. I'm a little quirky guy. Where the fuck are my hands? There they are. Alright. Let's see here. What do we want for, We'll go with this.
go. Alright. It's been a while since we've had this guy out. Top of the evening to you, gentlemen! Goodbye. Alright. It's been a hot minute since I had a chance to sit down and relax. Is that my favorite human? I think it is. I'll surprise her later. Let's see here. Heartfelt conversation on a bench. Somebody running around looking for information. This looks interesting.
He's lying there. The inn, the tavern, he's on top of where we sleep. He's on top of the roof. I don't know how long he'll be there, so you might want to jump in.
The bone will be under my bed if you find it out. I will let you know.
The things you hear sitting on a roof. Well, that was interesting. Hello, friend. It's been a while. How are you doing?
How are you? I'm well.
Well,
how are things in the district?
You don't really want to hear about that.
Maybe I do. I've heard they're doing a very light, I'll say, blood tithe currently. So.
Well, yes. Mostly out of necessity. With the limited supply of, sustenance for them, they need to do something lest people go a bit insane. Or people start looking for alternatives, which I personally have not really seen too much, as I am around people that can easily get their own, but there are rumors that some people have,
I've heard those rumors.
Turned to other stuff. Nasty work. You don't want to see people when they, that, because you only turn to you truly desperate. Pretty much.
I have not heard anything further than that, though.
Yes.
That it is a thing that is occurring. Do you know what kind of substance they're using?
Felt really, one, not really being around people that need to rely on such things, but
yes,
it is.
Me, but
well, that said,
you might know the rumors better than I do.
I have been kind of keeping my head down a little bit as of late, after it seems that the tensions in the district could be less than ideal for my sense of how do we put it? My sense of preferred decorum? That said, I am very, very interested in these sort of things that would keep the district from falling into utter chaos, because that means more problems for me, it means more problems for Lucina, it means more problems for Caiaphas. Although sometimes I don't know if he is thinking about that because he's so busy being afraid of that stupid fucking guy. Anyways,
His fears are rational, I believe.
Oh, you have no idea! I'm well aware of the,
Maybe
reason.
I do.
Actually, you know what? No, you would know. You would know. Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah. That is,
Is it still on the property?
Last I checked, yes, although he has been visiting it from time to time, but then again, he is, well...
Yes.
He is a bit of a guest, so we kind of have to accommodate for him. Him and his... posse, entourage. Honestly, it's easier to talk to him than it is some of them, because at least sometimes they at least pretend to, have a modicum of respect, but, well, the ones a step down the ladder, they don't care at all. They're so painful to talk to. But, so you heard about the, well, what some of the, shall we say, common folk have been doing in search of their fix for their vampiric tendencies? Where did you hear it from?
Vaguely, yes. I heard it earlier today, actually.
Well, go on. I'm interested. I'm just curious how far this stuff has traveled out of the district.
I was speaking with Edgar earlier, and I believe it came up in about, as we were talking about the, reduced amount of blood. As I was giving him a demonstration on how to do the blood powder that I showed. But should be able to store more. However, it doesn't create more.
Yes, despite some people's best efforts, you cannot create something from nothing. That does not mean that people have not tried. But! That besides the point. So the problems of the district are making their way out here. Swell. It sounds like... Well, I'm glad I planned the party when I did, because, well... I don't think anybody would have been happy to, well... partake in something like that with the way things are now. That said, I'm honestly just as interested as you are in what they are relying upon because, well, I like to look at them as my people in a way. I mean, they're not really my people. My people are made of rocks, and all of them are made by practically the same person in this town. So, it's...
They're your fellow common folk.
They're my... Yes, exactly! They're my common folk. They... Well, they make it worthwhile to actually serve. Now, granted, I'm in the rare position of having a little bit of free will in that regard, but that doesn't change the fact that, well, I told you before, right out there, right by the gate, I liked the way this place was, only a few years ago. And so many things have come forth that have just challenged that.
The politics of the outside world have affected this place greatly.
Oh, you have no idea just how deep that tendril goes. I know you know a fair bit. It goes well beyond that, my friend. That said, I do want to make one thing clear to you, and that is you have, particularly, saved my metaphorical rear quite a few times in the endeavor to try to set up that whole event in the first place. So if there is something that you want to ask for as a favor, make it even or something, I can try to do what's in my power to help do so, whether that's trying to get a little insight on something, or maybe make a connection with somebody. I just want to make sure that you know, out of anybody who attended that you did a lot for me, and I appreciate it more than just allowing you to partake in the event you were helping run. I care for these people. I want to see them safe. I understand that not all of them see eye to eye on things. Like, I know they have their opinions about this place. They here have their opinions about both places. And all of them have an opinion about that place. It's silly.
Rough. Truly.
But if it's something that will help, you don't need to come up with something right now. But I'd want to hear it from you.
I will think about it.
If there is a thing that you would like to ask of me that I can reasonably do, or otherwise be convinced to do, because I am not above, I care about those who make a good impression on me. Maybe that's a little bit of a rebellious spark that Lucina built into my very being, but I think that's part of the reason why she likes me. Is that I don't just do what she says because she says to. I do it because I like her. She is fun to be around. Although she has been absent as of late. Well,
I see.
Maybe absent isn't the best way to put it. They have been, like, they're there, but they haven't been there.
Busy.
And it hurts. It hurts.
These monsters do not deserve this place.
Oh, shove it up your ass, you overgrown coot. You can take that sword and put it somewhere where it'll be better used.
Please.
He started it.
Not instigate. I know.
I'm just sitting
a lot.
Do not let him.
Why are those people even allowed in this city in the first place? They treat even your own people like crap, Alakai.
Because if you don't, they are going to send an army and become a very large problem.
One of these days, one of you three has got to grow a backbone. I don't care who at this point. One of you needs to do it.
Do you want?
Instead of that, just combine your...
You can come.
He wasn't rude to either.
I thought you wanted her specifically. You were pointing at her.
I don't think he was pointing at me.
I was pointing at you to represent Ascension.
Oh, understood.
Oh, look at you. You're... Oh, well,
It will
wait.
be a problem
Oh, that was an example.
in the future, but for
Damn.
now.
That was an example.
I was hoping that my girl finally got some recognition that she deserves.
It's alright.
No, thank you for that.
Well,
I
either
haven't
way.
done quite as much for the vampire district as I have for the werewolves.
Well, who knows? Maybe the author gives that the opportunity.
No, it's
I would
Think.
anything that I ask will
nice to
not
have
be
you
too
guys'
much.
support.
Yes.
That I can
Thank you.
I was going to say,
And if it can benefit your people, I'd be very happy.
by all means. By all means.
CAF and the Academy
I will await your request. In the event that I am not around, I'm sure there's... Well, you have them... You know a decent way to get a hold of me. If you need to. If anything, just...
I sure do.
I mean, if you really need to, just poke him and he'll be like, hey, can you
Oh,
get
for sure.
Boulder Nash? And he'll be like... Oh, you want to talk to that loser? And then you'll be like, yeah, and then...
I think...
I was going to say something, but...
I don't think he thinks that of you.
I know, that's why it's funny to say it. I just like doing an impression of him while in direct earshot when it's horribly done.
He's not paying attention to you at all.
Just like Lucina! Do you see how poorly I am?
Do you want anyone else there?
I thrive on attention and they are starving
I'm
me!
totally open for anyone.
Well, actually, I thrive on blood magic, but attention is a close second.
That is understandable.
Yes.
Somewhere secure. Do we have a room?
Do you have a room?
Could probably discuss in the professor's room. There's only one entrance.
I just came from there. Let's go.
It's a revolving door, baby! By the way, can you please tell Lucina to stop being so busy? I want her to be around some more. Keep hogging all of her attention.
Leave it unlocked for us.
I'll do so right after this.
I'm holding you to that. I know where you sleep.
I will go
You know where he
directly.
lives.
No, he knows exactly where I sleep, though.
Yeah, no, I know.
I tuck him in at night sometimes.
When I'm not looking.
When you're already
You don't even sleep! You don't sleep!
That's the best part!
Really try!
You know that game of 8 chicken you two started? That's my way of doing it, seeing if I could do it without getting hit. You didn't even know I was a player, sucker! Anyways, go to your meeting.
We gotta go. Yes, we cannot.
You guys have your meeting. Recover.
Ah! That was 4 months in the making and it was so worth it. Longer, actually. I just thought it would be funnier to give him a low number and increase it later.
Wait, hold on.
How long do you think? He's been living with us for a while, you know. He's had to put up with me.
March. I know it's been a while.
Yep. And I regret nothing.
It's been 5 to 6 months. My sanity has left my body.
You have to make your own fun sometimes in this place.
Oh, truly.
Because if you can't make it yourself, people are not going to provide it for you, or it's the fun that you have to pay for, and I don't have that kind of money, because I don't get paid. I get paid in exposure and growth opportunities. Except I can't grow, I'm made of stone. So I get exposure.
You can grow things on the stone. Have you ever seen, stone get covered in plants? Hannah! Misty, you better not!
I'm so glad I have enchanted ears that only make me hear as much as I need to. Anyways, actually, I do know what you're talking about. I would just be worried that it would, like, weaken the integrity of my body.
It's very likely, yeah.
And, I mean, she's already had to fix me at least twice. Like, accidents happen. One of them was kind of my fault, but the other guy deserved it. So, you know what? I'm not apologizing for anything. You should see the other guy. Oh, you can't, but...
Understood.
Imagine if you could. But yes.
I'm imagining that.
If you wish to if you wish to tell others that you have a favor, I don't care. But ultimately, it has to come from you. If someone else comes in saying like, hey, I'm speaking on behalf of my bestie Morgan, I'm gonna be like, no can do, buddy.
I'm no one's bestie.
Really?
Misty?
Really?
No, I'm not. I'm hoping that my hellhound friend is not causing problems again.
Well, first off, that will not stand. Starting right now, you are my bestie. We're gonna make Lucina so jealous!
It. We're gonna have some talk later.
Because you are legitimately one of the nicest people I have ever met. Most people look at my kind as just mere servants. You look at me like a person. That's why I wanted to talk to you, get your opinions on things, because you actually care about these things. And it's clear that you care about the people here. So if I can do something to help you, in exchange for what you've done to help me, then all's good. Anyways, go check on your friend, make sure they're not committing arson or whatever I think I've heard them yell.
It's usually it. Arson or chasing people down, trying to eat their anger, their emotions because she got addicted again. Because she got addicted on me once and then chased me off a balcony and I broke my ankle. I'm gonna go make sure she's okay.
Yeah, you know, with that kind of addiction, oh man, this place is an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Very quickly check.
I hate all of you
You've
with your
gotten big.
I've always been this size!
Oh, you...
Oh, I'm mistaking you for another one. My bad.
Oh, you're talking about my little brother! Well, I don't know if he's second my little bro. The one that's in their cat? No, they are way smaller. I'm the original, real deal.
Wow.
Be nice.
Are you taking good care of them, by the way?
Yes.
Currently, I believe they're quite tired recently, as I haven't been able to convince one of my classmates to assist me in this endeavor.
Well,
and the vampire district is closed, and it's rough to talk to Lucina.
Well, if you ever see her...
What am I seeing when you do that?
What?
Jump?
Who the fuck are you talking to?
I'll explain it later. I don't know what it was. I saw like some red particle stuff on you.
She's going crazy from the stress.
Sorry,
Yeah, the stress of being a mother is very difficult.
Don't you even start with me.
Oh, is that how they're calling it? Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's horrible, truly.
Being a mother.
I'm not cut out for it.
Well, I mean, you at least understand their needs. That's better than, like, at least half the mothers so far in life, because half them can't even figure that out.
I understand the basic needs of a human child, not a small gargoyle that technically is already an adult, but just small.
Gargoyles are so low maintenance.
You
Surely
say
it
that
can't
as
be that
someone
bad.
who can do blood magic.
True.
Who are you calling
What?
maintenance? I have a very dignified routine. Thank you very much.
Well, and I
I'm
think she means outside
saying-
maintenance.
I'm saying is that you don't require much help from people. Am I wrong?
Depends on how well maintained they are. That is actually because if cared for properly, yes, not much needed besides the occasional reinfusion of blood magic. But if you mistreat them or allow them to fall into disrepair, it takes more than just the original creator to fix that up. It requires
yes.
people that are skilled in a number of arts, and sometimes a little bit of, well, smoothing over things with words, because all of them have a personality, some more than others. But they will remember.
You have the biggest.
Well, yes, and I'm proud of that, and so is Lucina. I consider myself what they should strive towards when they are creating their creations, but that isn't in the interests of the majority because they just want a yes man.
A gargoyle yes man.
That's literally what they are! That's literally how they act! They're like, what are your orders, ma'am? What are your orders, sir? And they just do things. They don't have personality to it. I do things because I am respected, and I like Where the fuck is it? I hear it.
I see it. I see it.
Oh, there it is. I was looking for them.
Fuck you, Edgar. I know that's you over there somewhere.
It might not be
Everybody
Edgar,
wants
but
to
it might be,
own
it's his
pets.
bird for sure.
Oh, I wish.
Pet
Either
over
way.
companion is, I believe, the
I will.
the difference mentally.
I will leave you to think about the offer, and if I'm not around, ask Caiaphas to retrieve me, and I will hear you out, and we will go from there.
Discuss.
And then I will consider everything to have been all equally paid, and well, we'll figure it out from there. Anyways, I'm going to go exploring, and by exploring I mean seeing who's in the tavern. Because I know that's where Caiaphas is, and I need to share more embarrassing stories about him.
Lovely.
Goodbye, bestie! You're my new best friend!
You okay?
Didn't even say excuse me. Rude.
You need something? And make.
Damn, he's not here. My odyssey has been for naught. He's probably still upstairs. Which means if I guard the exit, he can't leave without me knowing.
I'm gonna be doing the research tonight on the magic markings and stuff.
There's a friend. You know what?
I'm talking about Phil. You could smell that
Everybody's
stench
word
from the
is.
sewers.
They do smell.
Sewer smell? I mean, generally, yeah, the sewers are where shit is, so.
Rotten blood.
How did this become an exhausting conversation immediately?
I mean that everyone walking up misunderstands what we're talking
No,
about.
that's not what I'm talking about. Did you just call me
You're
rotten
fine.
blood?
No, you're fine. Not you.
If you did. Be nice.
Did what?
Did you call her rotten blood?
Oh, talking about the pharaohs in the sewer.
Exactly.
Okay.
Oh.
It is a lovely night tonight, though, isn't it? You can see the stars. I'll leave you two to it, 'cause I must get back to work. Have a nice night.
Likewise.
They always do that.
Do you know we used to have a fountain back at the academy?
We
It's
still
actually
have
the
one.
No,
How long are you gonna be a secret house guest of ours, Victor? It'd be nice if you would at least act like you're enjoying it sometimes.
I guess we use it to keep cool. Back before we knew about black mold and stuff, or not black mold, brown mold. in the pond. That was it, yes. That was No, I didn't bathe in the pond. Although I'm pretty sure I saw him stick his head out of it once. No, not the pond. The fountain.
Okay, now this sounds interesting.
I mean, I guess these LP is so much more fun than it. You can actually mill it out a lot. I guess so. Also, I succeeded in my mission today. Fed the bird.
I thought it was birthday, so. Go. The thing was fairly doing that's all you should be concerned about.
Yes, we should be very concerned about that.
I only walked in on the tail end of it. You'll find all my dead in the deep dark. Caves, sewers,
Alright. Top of the morning or evening to you, gentlemen. Oh, them suck. Okay, let's see what's going on.
Being around. A kind word every now and then. Nothing.
Honestly, no. I just want to be done. That was a good stopping point for both Risei and Boulder Nash. So, I'll just leave it at that.